Kakadosh Boker Or, Daf Yomi Masechet Sanhedrin Daf Amud Aleph 7881. We are by Tanu Rabbanan, which is the second line. Tanu Rabbanan, we learned in the Braita. Hiku asara bnei Adam. Imagine 10 people come and they hit him, right? Basara maklot, with 10 different sticks. So gang beating, they come 10 people, boom, 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 but they're 10 people, and he dies. It doesn't matter whether it was in one shot or one after another. Pturim, all of them are pturim. Why? Because who's the one that killed? Rabbi Yehuda ben Metzera Omer, "Bezeh achar zeh, ha'acharon is going to be chayav." When it's going to be one after another, the last one is going to be chayav. Why? Kirev mitato. He was the one that finished that. He was the finishing job. So since he was mekarev mitato, he's going to be chayav. Some Rabbi Yochanan says, "Ushnehem mikra echad darshu." They both were doresh the same pasuk. Why? It says in the pasuk, "Vishki kol nefesh adam." When a person is going to hit somebody mot yumat, Rabbanan Savre, Rabbanan hold kol nefesh. Adiika kol nefesh. It has to be that he killed him, hakavana, that he was 100% fine, and now he killed him. But here it's not kol nefesh, because each one was taking away part of the nefesh. Rabbi Yehuda ben Metzera Omer, kol nefesh, kol dehu nefesh. Anything. Doesn't have to be the kol nefesh, kol dehu. So Amar Rava comes and he says, hakol modim, everybody admits, be'oreget terefa, that if somebody's going to come in and kill a terefa, shehu patur, that he's going to be patur. Begoses bidei shamayim, and we're talking about now that somebody's going to be goses bidei shamayim, shu chayav, that he's going to be chayav. Lo nechleku, so when is the machloket? Begoses bidei adam. Only that somebody that's going to die because of bidei adam, as we already said, that somebody hit him, right, in order to, right, kedilamit. So he says, but, right, lo pagu be'echad mevarav, right, in order to make him into a trefa. So he says, more medamile le trefa. One of them, Tanakama, says that it's like a trefa, and therefore he's going to be patur right mimita, even the last guy, because now he's like a trefa. More medamile le goses bidei shamayim. Another one says he's going to be goses bidei shamayim. So since he was mekarev mitato, he's going to be chayav. The one which is medamile le trefa, why doesn't he say goses bidei shamayim? He says goses bidei shamayim. He didn't do any action. Here he did an action. Maze goses bidei shamayim. Goses bidei shamayim means that a person that is going to die, but it's a natural death. It comes from Hashem. So that's goses bidei shamayim. Here, it's not the same. He says, "Uman daman goses bidei shamayim." Why doesn't he say it's like a trefa? He says, "Trefa mechatche simanim." What is a trefa? A trefa is an animal, right, or also a human being, but it's also an animal where you do not have, meaning it can't live the way that it is, right? Let's say it's got cut one of the simanim. So for you already know it's going to die within the year. So in such a case where it's going to be a trefa, so therefore you already know that it's going to be a different halacha. So Tani Kamed Rav Sheshat. So they taught in front of Rav Sheshat. V'yishki akeh kol nefesh adam, right? Le'avia maket chavero ve'en bo kedei lamit u'ba'acher v'amito shu chayav. So he says, if right now v'yish kol yakeh kol nefesh adam, it's coming to include maket chavero, somebody that's going to hit his friend, ve'en bo kedei lamit, and they don't have what to be lamit, and somebody else comes and he's going to kill him, so he's going to be chayav, right? What does that mean? The fact that you came, right, and you hit him, right? So you're going to be chayav mita, because the first guy could not have killed him. It wasn't enough. Imagine you go to a guy, boom, you give him a blow, but it wasn't enough. The second guy comes and he's the one, so obviously he's going to kill him. So he says, "Ela kidei lamit uva'acher v'mitom." That's going to be chayav. That's a chidush. The first person came and he gave him the punch. It was enough to kill the guy. The second guy comes and now also hits him. So he says he's still going to be chayav, the second guy. Why? He was mekarev mitato. Meaning, even though the first guy already gave him the blow that could have killed him, the fact that the second guy quickened the death, he's also going to be chayav. So it says, Ustama is like Rabbi Yehuda ben Metzera. Amar Rava. Rava comes now and he says, Haorega to terefa patur. Somebody that's going to kill a terefa is going to be patur. Utrefa sharag. Now, why? Because anyway, he was going to die. So you didn't really do anything. But he says, but trefa that comes and he kills, in front of Betin is going to be chayav, and not in front of Betin is going to be patur. Bifnei Betin, why is he going to be chayav? You have to get rid of all the bad things. But if it's not going to be in front of Betin, it's going to be patur. You cannot actually do any testimony against him in order to kill him. It's not considered edut. The Amar Rava says, if somebody has relations with a terefa, with mishkav zachor, mamash, he sodomizes him, he's going to be chayav mita. But the terefa that did it, if it's in front of Betin, he's going to be chayav. Not in front of Betin, he's going to be patur. In front of Betin, he's going to be chayav because we are tara mikibecha. Not in front of Betin, it's a duchi eta yocholazima, and therefore you can't do anything. Remember, one more time. Betin have an obligation. Uviartara mikibecha means you have to get rid of all the bad in front of you. So if it's in front of Betin and Betin sees you have a menace to society, you know what that means? יש לך אדם משוגע בסביבה. You have to get rid of him. You have to completely get rid of him. But he says, but if it's going to be not in front of Betin, and then you have to bring somebody to testify, it doesn't help to testify against this guy because it's iyata yachol azima, because anyway he's a dead man. So you can never actually really. It's not a dut. It's an edut. There's no testimony. So ask the Gemara tu lamali. So why do we need this case then? Haynuach selamim shos. The b'diuk utodovad. So he says that Rovea to terefa itzichale, the chidush is by Rovea, because I would have thought to say lave kimand mishamesh met. It's like he's having a relationship with a dead guy, and therefore it should be patur. Kamashmalan, it's at the end of the day it's hana, and there is hana also, right? Because even if he's going to have the guy's going to sodomize a terefa, he's still benefiting. Well, what does it make a difference to him now that the guy's going to die within another month or not? It doesn't matter. Okay, the third halacha, the Amar Rava. Edim sheyidu b'trefa. When you have edim that they came and testified about a trefa, huzmu, and they were made of danzumnim, and neragim, they're not going to be killed. A day trefa, right? Shehuzmu neragim, but by a day trefa that they were huzmu, they are going to be killed. Ravashi says, afilu a day trefa shehuzmu and neragim, they're not going to be killed. Afi she'enan bezomime zomimim, because they're not going to be in edim zomimim. V'amar Rava, and Rava comes and he says, short trefa sharad. What happens if you have a short trefa that he kills? That means who's the one killing? The short trefa. The short is going to die within the year, right? He's going to be chayav sekila. The short shel adam trefa, sharag, is going to be patur. My time was reasoning. Again, the pasuk says, a short yisakel v'gam be'alav yumat, kol echad de karina be v'gam be'alav yumat, karina be'ashor yisakel, v'kol echad lo karina be v'gam be'alav yumat, lo karina be'ashor yisakel. Meaning, since the fact that, why does it bring it both together? Hashor yisakel, the short gets sekila, v'gam be'alav yumat, and also the ba'alim, they are going to die. Why does it say that? So he says, you know why? He says, in such a scenario, right, in such a case, he says like this. He says, the fact that we put them both together, Ashori Sakel v'gam be'alav yumat, the Baalim cannot die in this case. Because the Baalim in this case, he's already a terefa. So since it's a terefa, so therefore you do not kill the shor. Ravashi argues and he says, no, afilu shor terefa nami sharag is going to be patur from sekila. My tama. If right now it would have been the Baalim, right, would have been in Terefa, it would have been Patur, the short is also Patur, because the short is a Terefa. The fact that the short is a Terefa is not going to be Chayav Mita. So he says, Amar Ravacha bar Yaakov, Keshetin Salomar, when you want to say this, that according to Rabbi Yehuda, Eres Nachash ben Shinav hu omed, do you know that the Eres of Nachash is between his teeth? The poison of the Nachash is in between its teeth. The Fichach, and therefore, Makish Besaif. If you come, and you cause it to come and to bite the friend, he's going to be chayav because he's like a rotzeach. But the nachash is going to be patur. But according to Chachamim, eres nachash me'atzmo makish. He takes it out himself. And therefore the nachash is going to be beskila, and the makish is going to be patur. Meaning it all depends, how do you learn it? If you learn that the poison is mamash right there, so therefore when you come and you put the guy over there, the nachash, the poison, he didn't do anything. The poison is already there. So nachash is patur from death. You don't kill the nachash. But the one that causes the nachash to bite, he's chayav. But if you're going to tell me that really be'emet, the nachash does not have the poison mamash by his mouth. He takes it out. So for in such a case, the nachash is chayav sekila. But the nachash was the one that killed. But the guy that went and caused him to bite, technically he should be patur. Because whoever said he was going to take out the poison, the nachash did it himself. So for he's going to be patur. So again, it's a machloket according to this. Kadosh, right? We are on the Mishnah Ayin Chet Amud Aleph on the bottom. Hamaket chavero ben begrof amdu lemita. Imagine right now somebody comes and he hits his friend, whether it's going to be with a stone or with his fist, and the Dayanin comes and says, no, that's it, he's going to die. Ve'ekel mimashaya. Now he got a little bit better. Ulachar miken, and then afterwards ichpid v'met. He comes and he got sick. He's still going to be chayav. Rav Nechemia says, what are you talking about? Patur. Why? Raglaim ledavar. The fact that he didn't die, we see that it became better. Meaning the fact that he became better, it wasn't because of what he hit him, because he became better. So let's see. Machloket again. Tanakama and Rav Nechemia. Okay? Tanu Rabbanan, we learned to the Braita. Et zod darash Rav Nechemia, this is what Rav Nechemia said. Im yakum v'italech b'chutz. The pasuk in Parashat Mishpatim said that what happens if the person is going to get up, im yakum v'italech b'chutz, and he walks outside. Yeah. So what happens? Ein chet amubet al mishanto v'nika. Right. So then what happens? And he started walking. So nika makeh. He's going to be patur from mita. He says, I don't understand what. He's going to be walking in the shuk. They're going to kill this guy? Obviously not. So that means what was the case? The case was they went and they said he's going to die. He got up and he's walking. So you're not going to kill the guy. And then what happened? And then he went and he died. So therefore he's going to be patur. But according to the rabbis, when it says v'nika, what do they do a dirasha on it? He says melamed shechovshin oto. They're going to put him in jail to see what happens with the guy. Meaning they want to see what's going to, they're not going to wait. Imagine right now it could take 2 days until the guy dies. Right? But they gave him such a beating. So now what? The guy could just run away? No. They put him in jail. They see what's going to happen. And according to them, then whether they kill him or not. Okay? So according to Rabbi Nechemia, how do you know that you put him in jail? So he says, Yalif mi mekoshesh. You learn it from mekoshesh etzim. That means just like over there, we put him in jail to find out whether he's chayav sekila or not, the same thing. So from the mekoshesh, they learned that any time you might have a doubt whether you have to kill somebody or not, right? You put him in jail to wait for the punishment. Rabbana nami lelev. So according to Rabbana, why don't they learn also from the mekoshesh? So he says mekoshesh for sure was chayav mita, bar ketalahu. But Moshe Rabbeinu didn't know which death penalty to give him. This comes to include this case. We don't even know if he has to be chayav mita or not. There's a big difference between our case and the case of mekoshesh. Mekoshesh, it seemed for sure he's chayav mita. Just we didn't know which death penalty. Here, maybe he's patur legamre. Because be'emet, if the guy gets better and everything, he's patur legamre. So it's not the same thing. So you can't learn it from mekoshesh. Mekoshesh is for sure chayav mita. There, put him in jail and let's just wait until to find out what it is. Here it's different. Right, from Nehemiah. So he says, okay, Yalif Megadef. Learn from Megadef. Because there he didn't even know if he was going to be killed or not. Meaning when the person came and he blessed Hashem, obviously it's euphemism, right? It wasn't blessing. But the one that came and blessed Hashem, he didn't even know, does he have to kill him or not? So in such a case, and he still put him in jail. So the Rabbanan, so he says, Megadef or Rachaita. He said, no. Megadef was a special halacha, a one-off. There's always exceptions to the rules. It's a one-off. Because the Tanyas we learned in a Braita. He knew that the Mekoshesh was Chayav Mita. שנאמר בזה זה פסוק בחללי אמות יומעת. אלא לא יודע בזה, but he didn't know which מיתה, שנאמר כי לא פורש. אבל מגדף, לא נאמר בו לפרוש להם על פי השם. He needed to know what to do. שלא היה משה יודע, he didn't even know if בכלל יזמם מיתה. So it's a גמרה מפורשת. Meaning, משה רבנו knew that the Mekoshesh is Chayav Mita, but he didn't know which מיתה. The Megadef, he didn't even know if he was Chayav Mita. הוא לא ידע. בגלל זה, he has to ask Hashem. So it's Horat Sha'ah. So Bishma, according to Rabbi Nechemia, Hainu Dichtive, that's why it's written Treumdene. It's written twice. One of them, Amdul Mita v'chaya, and one of them, Amdul Mita v'ekel mimashaya. I understand, according to Rabbi Nechemia, why does it say two different halachot? One, that he actually died, and one, that he got better, and then he died. So you need two different things, because if he got better and then he died, he's going to be patur. But according to the Rabbanan, why do I have two different cases? Of the one that he dies and one that he got better. Even if he got better and he died, he's still chayav mita. So why do I need that case then? So says the Gemara, chadam du lemita v'chayav, v'chadam du lechayim v'met. He says no. One of them was they said that he's going to die, and he did die. One of them they said that he was going to live, and then he actually died. So to here he's going to be patur from mita, and he only has to pay. Meaning, what happens if Bet Din come and they say, he's going to live, and all of a sudden the guy just dropped dead. So it could be that it was probably like another cause, because according to what they hit, it was probably another cause. And according to Nechemia, you don't even need a pasuk, because once he came out of Bet Din Zakai, he's already Zakai. Meaning Rabbi Nechemia says, I don't need a pasuk for that. The second he was Yatza Zakai. Tanu Rabbanan, we learned in the Braita, Maket Chavero ve'amdu lemita. Somebody hits his friend, and they evaluate him for mita. V'chaya. And then he became better. Potrinoto. So they're going to be exempting, they're going to exempt him. Amdu lemita ve'kel, if they said that he's going to die and then he became better, mimashaya, right? Omdinoto omed sheni lemamon. They're going to now evaluate also the money. V'im la'achar ken ichbid ve'men. Now if he dies, halach achara omed ha'emtzai, you go after the middle one. Okay, so he has to pay the schum, right, what he was going to be. We don't actually kill him. These are the words of Nehemiah. According to Nehemiah, now he has to pay. there's no death penalty. The Chachamim say, there's nothing. Right? That means basically, even if he got worse, right, we still go after the first omed, the first evaluation, and therefore he's going to be chayav mitah if there's no money. Because he's chayav mitah, you have to kill him. Tanya Yidach, we learned another braita. Amdu lemitah, if they come and they're going to say that he's going to die, and omdinoto lechayim, and then they come and they say, you know what? No, he's going to live. So he's going to be what? He should be patur. Lechayim, and omdinoto mitah. If he's going to live, we're not going to say afterwards he's going to die. Amdu lemitah ve'kel min hashaya, omdinoto sheni mamon, that's going to be for money. And then afterwards, if he actually dies, he's going to pay nezek v'tzar le'yorshim. When does he pay? From the time that he hit him. Because not according to the second time around, but according to the first time. Ustama, but the Stam Braita was taught like Reb Nechemia, which basically says that if he actually got better, he doesn't get killed. All he has to do is he only just has to come and pay money.